You and me. All right, Darius. All right, settle it down. What is up, Fantasy Football League? Coming at you again, heading into week 5. But let's get right into it and talk about week 4. Most points went to Eric, 162 points. Hell of a week for him. His team crushed it. We highlighted tight end this week, last weekend. Justine had Mark Andrews. Not a big shock there. Might have thought it was going to be Kelsey, but I think Kelsey's riding this weird little, Taylor Swift shit. We don't know how we feel about it, so it's probably distracted. Mr. Pfizer, we'll talk about that shit later. Bench points went to Aaron with Nico Collins, running back for the 2-2 Houston Texans. Look at that. But good week for everybody. Lots of good activity. Let's hop right into it and talk about what happened last week. Start off right off the bat. Jump right into it. Aaron, don't Puka the Bear, just ran right over Dylan Young. I mean, my team struggled. Didn't play well. I even had my, rookie quarterback putting up 29 points, but didn't have much production from the running backs. He didn't really score a lot of points. Puka the Bear. Team name coming out there. Puka the Bear goes to 2-2. Dylan falls to 2-2. Anything but last, Chris, you had your one moment in shining glory. You only scored 88 points. That's embarrassingly bad. I think Tyler might have scored more than you. But Handy Henry, sneaks it out. He didn't have a great week either, but fantasy football, a win's a win. Chris, you followed a 1-3. Handy Henry, moving up to 2-2. That's a big one from him because you start 1-3, like our boy Chris, you're not gonna do well. Washington Sentinels, we talked about. He had the most points this week, and he played Justine, Houday, and the Blowfish. But, I mean, I don't know what you're going to do here with your boy. Justin Herbert and the Keenan Allen connection looks fantastic. He gets production from the Seahawks defense, 29 points. I mean, he's 3-1 for a reason. His team's pulling it out. His players are pulling out big games every single week. So Eric moves to 3-1. Justine falls to 2-2 at 500. Divas of the Dirty Turf taking a big old L to Andrew. Cup is back. Puka under. Your name's so long I can't even read it. You got it under 14.6. I mean, see, we're talking shit with our team names. It's good stuff right there. I love it. Love it. Andrew, I've talked about this team. I don't think he has a great team. I mean, I really don't. But, I mean, his team's coming out, gets wins when he needs to. 3-1. Marky goes to 2-2. Brohard had a great week. Justine had a great week. Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey. Other than that, Mark Andrews is tied in, but everybody else sucked. He had good production out of 3 players. That gets him a win over Team Tomlinson, who's just rocking around 2-2 like half the league. Here we go. Let's talk about it. Injured Reserve Central. Nope. Dumbo Octopus falls to 0-4. And, it's a blowout, over 30 points, 35 points, and Morgan only scored 126.9. Looking at Morgan's team, not too much going on there. Stephon Diggs had a big game for him, running all up and down over the Miami Dolphins. So, good week 4. Had some good activity. Hopping over to the standings, we got 3 teams at 3-1. Those are our gauntlet players right now. You got Eric, you got Andrew, but don't think his team's that great. And then we have Morgan at 3-1 as well. Then we've got a handful of half the league is at 2-2, and then of course we got anything but last. Right now you're in second to last because Dumbo Octopus is just down there at the bottom. So let's hop into it. Week 5. Already heard it. Let's highlight it. Flex is the most important position. Whoever you think your best player is going to be, whether it be a running back, a tight end, wide receiver, whatever you think that's going to be, put him in your flex. I bet whoever you think's going to be your best player and put him in your flex, you're going to be wrong because none of y'all are experts here. And y'all are just winging it. So let's hop right into this week's predictions. But man, I am parched. This week's sip has been brought to you by Hootie and the Blowfish, homegrown ale. Good stuff, but that's just water. Good segue into our first pick here. Hootie and the Blowfish playing Dylan Young. He had a Scary Terry play last night. He wasn't very scary. He was very average. Average Terry coming out with 8.9 points. Y'all know what I'm going to do here. I don't see anybody beating me. He's got Trevor Lawrence. He's got an okay squad. Tyler Boyd. He loves his Cincinnati bungholes. Dolphins defense. We'll see. I'm going to ride with my boy Anthony Richardson again. He's having a great week. Great season. I mean, he's okay. Okay. Better than Bryce Young is. Jeez Louise. Dylan sneaks this one out in probably 130 to 127. Going to be a close one. Going to skip this one. Number 2 is going to be our matchup of the week. So we're going to skip that one. Hopping on over. Washington Senators. Eric Lowell playing, anything but last. Chris Johnson. Whew. Anything but last. I mean, you got an okay team. I mean, I keep picking you. I picked you the last 2 weeks. Eric already had a struggle. I think the Commanders had -5 on his defense. I don't see that. I don't see you beating him. I don't see you beating anything but last. Chris Johnson's going to be out at the race. He's going to be 10 Bud Lights deep, cheering on Denny Hamlin, and he's going to take the win. Chris with Tua and Tyreek Hill pulls out the upset here, moves to 2 and 3. Eric joins us in the, I don't know what we're going to call it. We're not bottom feeders. We're, just the middle of the road. But we'll figure that out as we go down. Big one right here. I mean, DJ Moore went off last night. Played like those old days when he was at Carolina. But, I wish that guy. Can you imagine if we had a wide receiver right now? Andrew playing Aaron Wagner. Don't Puka the Bear. And I think don't Puka the Bear. You Puka the Bear. And DJ Moore was freaking pissed. He came out and put up 49 points last night. Right as we speak, he's projected 162.9. We know his team's not that good. He'll probably finish with about a 130, 140 piece. But I think he gets the win here. He already got a big production on Thursday night. Andrew moves to 4-1. That's, crazy. Team Tomlinson playing Morgan. I tell you what. Anybody need a running back out there? Because I think everybody needs a running back. And I'm bringing this one up because Chris needs a running back. I need a running back. Tyler needs a running back. We all need running backs. And this week, Chris isn't going to need a running back because I think Travis Etienne and Alexander Madison have a great game. I think, Team Tomlinson puts it in Morgan's butt. So, moves to 3-2. Another 3-2. Right here, I said we had a matchup of the week, but this is matchup number right below matchup of the week. This is second tier right here. Dumbo Octopus playing Bro Hard, and I tell you why. I don't want to root for Justine here, but we're all loving the Dumbo Octopus train. But if Justine loses to Dumbo Octopus, he's never going to hear the end of it. Tyler, injured reserve central. It's a close projection here. Really close. 111 to 113.6. I tell you what. I'm going to go with this one right here. I think Justine pulls this one out at 71.2. And Tyler has a solid 70. Soft 70. Yeah, so. But like we said, matchup of the week. Handy Henry, Buzz Lightyear playing Divas of the Dirty Turf down there in Florida. My boy Marky Mark living it up, living his best life. Jordan Love, Patrick Mahomes, Alvin Kamara. We got Justin Jefferson, Jalen Waddle. I mean, this is just a matchup of matchups right here. Jamar Chase, DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, my God, even the Tyler Bass and Graham Gano kicker matchup there. Cowboys defense, 49ers defense. They're going to go at it. This is just a rock 'em out, sock 'em out battle here. But I tell you what, pretty boy Marky Mark down there in Florida is going to take this win. I don't know why these projections are so low. I think both these teams score over 100 points. But it's a close one. I think, Marky Mark pulls this one out by 4 or 5 points, and he'll head to 3-2. John Henry back behind that under 500 threshold there. So let's talk about it. Good week coming up. We already had a game last night. Chicago gets off the snide, gets a win. Just a reminder, we do have a good game in London again. Jacksonville's probably stayed over there for the last 2 weeks, home away from home. Carolina plays Detroit, 1 o'clock. I just don't have any hope. I mean, as much as we talk about Dumbo Octopus, we're gonna start calling them Dumbo Panthers. Dumbo Panthers. I don't see us getting a win this week, but this would be a game we win. Where I bet the line's probably 10.5. Detroit will probably win this one just to screw us a draft pick. Kansas City, Minnesota. That'll be interesting here. Over under. How many times they talk about Taylor Swift? We've all heard it. We're tired of it. Mr. Pfizer, put it away. Whatever. Monday Night Football. Oh, can't skip this one. Dallas, San Fran. We talked about it in the matchup of the week. Two good defenses going up here. That right there could be the difference in that matchup. Which defense plays better out there in Santa Clara on a Sunday night? $274 to get into that one. Whew, expensive. Monday Night Football. We got Green Bay heading to Las Vegas to play the Raiders on Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one. 4 bye teams going on. We've already gotten to that part of the season. Get your lineup going. You figure it out, because this is when the cream rises. You start churning that butter. Churn that butter. Get that butter thick. Get your team thick. Make sure that bench is thick. Churn that butter for a thick lineup. We're looking for thick lineups here. Anybody who's looking to trade their running backs away, hit me up. I'm interested. That's enough solicitation here. But listen, guys, we're heading into week 5. The banter was a little low. The participation was a little low out at Ed's Tavern. Justin was there for a little bit. Chris was there for a little bit. We had a great time. But we'll all talk about it in the group chat. We'll get some banter going. We'll drink some beers, watch some football. And as always, like and subscribe. And see you guys later. Bye.